When dealing with emerging innovations, entrepreneurs often need to find the market size for a product or service that does not yet exist. In situations like this, you can use a proxy market to approximate the market size. A proxy can be a product or service whose customer base also values your product or service. Another way you can find a proxy is by looking at what existing product or service your new technology will disrupt or replace. Then determine the proxy's specific target market segment. As an example, if you were developing a new payment system, a starting point might be the market for credit cards. Similarly, if you were making an online marketplace for inexperienced freelance workers, you could try looking at the statistics for job posting boards so you could gauge the number of job seekers. Or if you were building a video game company that produced virtual reality, or VR, game software, you could look at the sales of VR headsets as a proxy. Let's go through an example. Inverse Video Game Studio is looking to design and publish an action-adventure VR game called Into the South. It will target the Canadian market. Currently, Inversed plans to make its video game software compatible with premium devices made by Oculus, HTC, and Sony. Inversed charges roughly $50 for its other games, and it plans to sell its video game software in the same price range. We'll use the top-down proxy approach to gauge the market size. In our example, the company is looking to produce video game software, and the customer would need to have VR hardware to purchase and play the game. Thus, we can use the VR hardware market as a proxy. Step 1. Calculate the TAM using a proxy market. Based on secondary market research, we know a recent Internet users survey showed that 7% of the respondents aged 10 to 65 in Canada were planning on purchasing a VR headset, and 26% were not sure. According to Statistics Canada's 2015 estimate, the total population in Canada aged 10 to 69 is 28,095,400. Another survey conducted by FutureSource showed that 38% of respondents were interested in gaming in VR. Assuming that the survey results apply to the entire population, the total addressable market, or TAM, would be everyone who owns a VR headset that would use the headset to play video games. Therefore, we can calculate the TAM like this: 28,095,400 times 7% times 38% times $50 equals about $37.4 million. So the total addressable market is $37.4 million. The TAM can be further refined to the SAM by taking into consideration the limitations of the video game software produced by Inversed. Step 2. Calculate the SAM. According to a recent report by Strategy Analytics, premium VR devices would account for 13% of global unit shipments in 2016. Therefore, we can calculate the sales addressable market, or SAM, like this. The SAM equals 37.4 million times 13%. It equals approximately $4.86 million. The sales addressable market, or SAM, is $4.86 million. Step 3. Determine the TM. Based on a 2015 Nordicity report, action-adventure games account for 59% of the total video game revenue. Therefore, we can calculate the target market like this. TM is $4.86 million times 59% equals $2.87 million. So the target market is $2.87 million.